22nd of October, Rabbi Levitt, Nefesh Hahaim.
Okay, here we go. So, we got all the way up to, on Friday, we did almost until the end of Perek Hey.
Oh.
Okay.
Good morning, Rabbi Levitt.
Good morning. Good morning. Morning, Roy. And here comes Alan. Okay, so. Oh yeah. We did this Kabbalistic Perek over here. Perek Hey. Rav Barkley is not yet getting up to Perek Hey. He's still. Last time he did the Hagah, which just goes into more and more detail about the what we mentioned over here, that man was created, his whole physical makeup it corresponds to the all of his parts, all of his limbs, all of his sinews, everything about him corresponds to the Mishkan and the Mikdash, which in turn the Mikdash corresponds to the Bria. And if you'll say, well, what does that have to do with you and me? That's the way Barkley asked the question. It's a good question. Why did Hashem make the man in this way? So what did he answer to that question? What was the answer?
I have to ask Hashem.
Actually answered the question, but based upon what we've been learning, it would seem that we could answer the question ourselves. That the reason that, in other words, what he did say, he said that there's another sefer called Yeshua by Rabbi Yeshua Heller. About 100 years ago, I would say, he does a fascinating thing. He makes another connection. We've talked about three connections so far: man, the Bria, with all of the worlds that it has, and the Mishkan or the Mikdash. Those are a threesome. Each one corresponds to the other. I don't know. The way he said it was that man corresponds to the Mikdash, which corresponds to the Bria. But Rabbi Yeshua Heller makes another insight. He says he's done a calculation because this Hagah, it was saying that all the parts of the Mikdash, all the rooms that there are, the first floor, this floor, the other floor, the attic, over here, and this corner room over here, this corner room over there, and all the kelim, the mizbeach, and the shulchan, and the menorah, and all the other kelim that are necessary in order to do the avodah in the base of Mikdash. They are all they're all intricately designed by Hashem to correspond to the Bria. And there's another thing over here. Rabbi Yeshua Heller made a calculation. He counted up all of the various items that there are in the Mishkan. The krashim, the oros, the mizbeach, everything, the adonim, everything that there is, all the different parts of the Mishkan. Like, you got to get you got to get a present for your grandson, because it's its birthday, right? So you go to the place over there, and they give you this thing that your grandson's supposed to put together, and it's got 300 parts, and each one of them is like 1 millimeter, and you're worried that he's gonna start pulling it all on the floor over here. There's going to be 3 million parts over here, and then the 6-month-old comes along, and oy vey vey, you don't need to swallow anything over there. So it's a lot of fun, right? So Rabbi Yeshua Heller made a calculation. He counted up. He made a calculation. He made a list of all of the different parts of the Mishkan. And he made a total of the number of the parts. Guess what number is the total number of the parts of the Mishkan?
The total number.
What is the total number of the parts, the working parts of the Mishkan? If you had if they made the Mishkan into they probably have done this already. I don't know how many parts they got in this toy, but Rabbi Yeshua Heller, he made a calculation. How many different parts do you have when you open up the box of the Mishkan?
613.
613. Very good.
Wow.
Exactly. Because the man has 248 Evarim, limbs. That corresponds to the 248 positive mitzvahs that we have. And then we've got Shisa Gidim, 365 sinews, whatever those are. I don't know exactly what they are. Other parts of the man. And that 248 and 365 equals 613. And naturally, you've got to say that the number of parts in the Mishkan are 613 as well. So that's the fourth component over here. In other words, what is the number of parts that there are? We would have to say the same thing about the Bria now, I would think. There's 613 parts, even though we know that there's so many different stars and different galaxies and different this and different that extend for seemingly an infinite distance that Hashem made. It's all the world that Hashem made. But perhaps it would seem that according to this calculation also be 613. And that's why Torah is 613 mitzvahs, because the Torah, of course, the actions of the person, his deeds, his speech, his thoughts are along this. This is the guidebook. It's a guidebook that has 613 instructions. Of course, each one of those instructions has I don't know how many details to it, but okay, you get the idea. And so that is how man was created, b'tselem Elokim. Just like Hashem is really the ultimate power. He's Elokim, kol hakochos kulam. All the power is his. There's no other power. There's no other power other than Hashem. But Hashem gave his power to be controlled by us and regulated by us according to how that we do the mitzvahs, how we act, what we do, what we say. Okay. And with all of that, we have the four lines of Parak Hay that we didn't do. So we may as well read them. I have marked down over here, Zehu Sha'amar Kasher Nofach Ba'apov Nishmas Anishmas Hayim. So we'll just read these words, and after we read them, we'll go on to Parak Vav. Who would like to read these words? Alan, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we are in gate 1, and we're the last 4 lines of chapter 5. Zeu Sha'amar. Okay, maybe I'll read these last 4 lines, and then we'll just go on to Parak Vav. Zeu Sha'amar Kasher Nofach Ba'apov Hanishmas Chaim Shehi Gavoya Me'olamos Upnimiusa Oz Vayhi Ha'adam L'Nefesh Chaya Laha'olamot Ken Kasser Rebbeinu Chaim Vital Shar Kedusha Shnishmas Ha'adam Hi Ha'pnimi Shebekulam. So this is what Hashem blew into Adam Rishon in the pasuk V'yipach Ba'apos Nishmas Hayim, and then Adam Rishon became a Nishmas Hayim. So what does this mean? This Nishmas Hayim, this Nishmas Hayim. In other words, the noun is neshama. The taf is a smichus, which is and the next word chayim is the description which modifies the noun of neshama. That's what nishmas chayim. It was a neshama, which is life, which is chayim, a living neshama. What does it mean that Hashem made man a living neshama? That this neshama is gavoya ve'olamas v'pnimiusam. It is even higher. It is even higher in a spiritual sense than all of the worlds and all of their inner chambers and places and characteristics and attributes. Oz vayhi ha'adam l'nefesh chaya. That is the words from the pasuk. That then after Hashem blew into man this neshama, which is from him, the man became a nefesh chaya, laha'olamos, to the olamos. What's it mean he became a nefesh chaya to the olamos? He became the driver. He became the one that is riding on the worlds. Oh yeah, that's the right. We say Rohev ba'olamos melech olamim. Actually, the author of that song, it sounds like he's saying that Hashem is the Rohev olamos. He's the one that's driving. But the Nefesh Hahaim is telling us that Hashem is really. It's like Hashem put us in the driver's seat. Did you ever, when you were starting to drive, right? And you got, you went to, I had driver education in California. They were crazy enough to give 15-year-old boys, put them behind a wheel of a car, and they're going to drive now in Los Angeles? The most absurd idea that I ever thought of. Anyway, that's what I did. I wasn't even yet 16, and there was driver education, and you're sitting behind the wheel, and then you got there's the teacher next to you. He's also got a brake or a Hashem on in his side of the car. There's a brake, there's a steering wheel. So whatever you do, he can basically overrule it and make sure that nothing so you're doing the is what you do, but really it's being controlled. The final result is being controlled by the teacher. So maybe this is some type of a mashal for how it is that man is made, Hashem made man Nefesh Chaya. He has that control. And so he's, so to speak, in the driver's seat, but Hashem has the final say. He's also got a driving wheel, and he's also got a brake, and he's also got an accelerator. And that is what it says in the writings of Reb Chaim Vital in Shar Kedusha. The nishmas ha'adam hi apnimi shebekulam. That the neshama that Hashem put into man is the inner essence of everything that exists, because it maintains and nurtures and controls and directs and sustains everything. In other words, according to the person's actions and his words, what he says, even what he thinks, this is channeled through the neshama, and the neshama is wired to all of the worlds, and it directs and controls and drives all the worlds based upon what the man does. Okay, Perek Vav. Now we start off with Perek Vav, chapter 6. Ezrat Hashem. Mayor, would you like to start?
Okay, if my book is in the right place. So this is Perek Vav. Hold on a second.
Start Aleph Perek Vav.
Okay.
Gate 1, chapter 6.
Oh, okay. I see where it is. It says, Omnam adayin ha'inyan tzarich be'or. Then in brackets, ki hu zikrono libracha diber b'kadsho derech kitzara kidarko b'chol kidvei kadosho b'nistarot. Let's see, kamo shekatav b'atzmo b'hakdamato sham. Oh, he did it in the introduction, huh? Shehu migale tafach umikaseh alpayim ama.
Oh boy.
Better stop there. That's a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so Amnam, however, with everything that we've said so far, Adayan Inyan Sarg Biur. Still, Adayan, Inyan, the matter, Sarg, needs, Biur, needs to be elucidated further. Too bad we don't have an art scroll on Nefesh Hachaim. Wow, that would be something. Then he has over here in brackets, Kihuzal, because he of blessed memory. Now, who is it he's saying that he says he. I mean, who? Who is he? Who is this? Who is this who over here? Who is he? He doesn't say. But we would assume I mean, then we could ask another question. Who's the one that wrote the words, Amnam Adayin Inyan Sarg Bir? Who wrote those words? Were those written by Reb Chaim Volozhiner himself? Or were those words written by his son?
Good question.
I always thought that the Sefer was written by Reb Chaim himself. We have to read the Hakdama. But in any case, he says over here, Kihu, because he of blessed memory, Diber B'Kadshoy, Der Katsara. He spoke in his holiness in a very concise and abbreviated way. Not a lot of words. Kedarko B'Kol Kisvei Kadshoy, Ministoros. According to his method and his way, in all of his holy writings, Ministoros, he wrote them in a very in a way of nistar, a hidden way. Now here, I think that he's referring to Reb Chaim Vital. In other words, the author of Nefesh Hahaim was written by Reb Chaim Volozhiner, and he's mentioned over here the writings of Reb Chaim Vital. I think so. That's my theory. I'll check it out with Reb Barkley. Just like he wrote himself in his introduction. Meaning Reb Chaim Vital, in his introduction, Sham, Shehuma Gala Tefach, he's revealing in what he says a tefach's worth of what there is to be known. Umachase alofim ama, and he's concealing 2,000 amma for every one piece of information that he reveals. He's concealing 2,000 pieces of information. Okay.
Wow.
So therefore, we have to explain a little bit what it is that we're talking about. Because it's not exactly like it sounds from his words. His words may take you to a different place than really what it is. Now, okay. So let's see what he says further. Now we go further after that. We're up to Sheh Ha'adam. El Ha'olamot.
Excuse me, it's Alan. Where are we now? What, gate 1, chapter what?
6.
Chapter 6. All right.
You have it, Alan?
I'm getting it.
Good. Okay.
And which was it start on?
It starts. You have the Hebrew?
I have the Hebrew and English.
Okay, the Hebrew is amnam. First word is amnam.
This is gate 1, chapter what?
6.
chapter what? 8?
6.
6. English, so the essential point of this matter. Remember, I don't have, I'm getting off the computer.
The first sentence goes something like this, depends on your translation. However, the matter, that is the analogy, still requires clarification, as Reb Chaim Vital of blessed memory speaks in his usual concise, holy way.
Oh, very good. So that's what we said.
Oh.
The who is talking about Reb Chaim Vital. Reb Chaim in the Sefer, Reb Chaim Volozhiner, he's the one that's speaking when he says, however, the matter requires more clarification because he, meaning to refer to Reb Chaim Vital, was very, very concealing in his revelation of these hidden matters. He didn't reveal a whole lot from the words. Right? It's almost right. If you would read the words of the Gemara, you'll say, "What's he saying?" You can't figure it out. You need to have somebody who understands the matter to explain you. So that's why we got Rashi. Without Rashi, how on earth would we be able to understand what the Gemara is telling us?
Yeah, that's right.
So Reb Chaim is saying the same thing about these matters. We need to explain the matter and make it even more, to lay it out even more. Okay, so let's see what he's going to lay out over here. Okay, so we're going to start with the words now. She'ha'adam el ha'olamot hu nefesh mamash. Everybody see those words?
Yep.
Okay, Mayor sees them. Good.
Gate 1, chapter what?
6.
6.
6.
Okay, Roy, you have the place. Maybe you could continue.
I haven't got the place. Shel ha'adam.
She'ha'adam el ha'olamot. Yes. It's right after what you just said.
It's in the middle of the sentence.
Just a few lines after what you read.
Shel ha'adam.
Maybe you just want to read the English. Just read the English. Continue from where you left off with Reb Chaim Vital, please.
So, Chaim Vital of blessed memory speaks his usual concise, holy way, as he does in all of his holy writings, of the hidden part of the Torah, as he himself writes in his introduction there, that, quote, he reveals 1 hand's breadth and conceals 2,000 cubits, quote, close the quote. As it is not apparently implied by his words above that the relationship of man to the worlds is literally like that of the soul to a person's body within which it is placed and attached, where the action of the soul is only performed simultaneously through the medium of the action of the organs of the body, as this certainly cannot be. Then refers you to note 6.
B'adai lo yitachen. She'adam el olamot hu nefesh mamish כמו הנפש הניתן ודבוק בתוך גוף האדם, אשר איזה דבר שהנפש עושה הוא רק על ידי כלי הגוף, שבעושו רגע, ממש, גם הגוף עושהו. זהו ודאי לא ייתכן. That's definitely can't be. Okay, so if it definitely can't be, so we don't have to work so hard to try to figure out what it is that he's saying, right?
I saw all of that you read. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm deliberating over here whether to go to the notes on the bottom. You have the note over there, the Hagah.
Notes.
You should have something that you should have like a star by these words. Zev vadai lo yitachen. This certainly cannot.
Yeah,
and then that takes you to a note on the bottom.
At the end of the chapter. Did I? What's this here? Note 6. Hagoah Tess. No, that's not right, is it? That's note 9.
I don't know what number it is. They don't number them in the Sefer.
Tess.
With,
Hagoah Zion is what, is it? So it's the one before that, going backwards. Hagoah Vov is 6. Right, it says here 6, and he's got the title, Angel Sanctification is not simultaneous, but follows man. Do I read the English or just...
Boy, I don't even know if that's what we want.
Well, it says, furthermore, according to... It would certainly be that when we say sanctification in this physical world, then it would be inevitable that at the very same moment, the angels in the supernal realms would simultaneously recite sanctification together with us. However, Chazal state that the angels do not say Shira, sanctification, in the supernal realms until after Israel has said this in the lower realms, as it says, when the morning stars sang in unison, which is followed by, and all the heavenly beings shouted. The expression, and this is followed by, and they shouted, strongly imply that the angels will not begin to sanctify their Creator at all until after Israel has completed their triplication of sanctification in the lower realms. Therefore, the men of the great assembly set out the blessing of sanctification of God's name in Israel, first stating, "You are holy," and only afterwards stating that holy beings praise you daily. The language of the Zohar also seems to imply that there is a literally simultaneous sanctification on the part of the angels with us. However, this is only because their sanctification is entirely dependent on and immediately follows sequentially from our sanctification as if it were a unified statement. It's the end of the note.
Okay. Thank you.
Is that relevant?
Of course. Sure. I don't see it. I don't see where it is though, but okay. Yeah, it's the difficulty of trying to it's very difficult. Everybody's got a different edition, a different I don't know. Okay, well, maybe it won't be so. Maybe whatever. Maybe it won't be so bad.
What other people might have.
I mean, we haven't really been talking about angels here at all, so I'm not sure what chat. Okay. Okay, so let's just see what do you have what it says in the not in the note, but in the Sefer itself. Abal ikro shel davar. But the central point of the matter is as follows. He's now going to say what it really is. So this is important to get the right place over here. Aval ikro shel davar.
Mhm.
You have that?
I've got it.
Okay, Mayor, you got it?
Ikra shel. Yeah.
You got it? Okay. Okay, so back to Mayor. Ikra shel davar.
Okay, about ikaro shel davar, davar. Kihu yitbarach shemo achar shebara kol haolamot. Barayat Adam achor l'maaseh breshit. Oh, so he created man after the other things were created, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the last creation.
Right.
And
Okay. Bria nifla'ah, a wonderful creation. Let's see. Koach me'asef l'chol hamachanot. That I'm not sure what that means.
he has a koach, he has a power and an ability, ma'asef, to gather together.
Oh, to gather. Okay, all the camps, I guess, all machanot.
Kol hamachanot. Yeah, not sure what the camps are that he's referring to. He told us a new word over here that he hasn't been using at all. But okay, we'll see what that's all about. Hopefully.
Okay. Shekalal bokol tzach orot haniflaot v'holamot v'hechalin ha'elyonim shekadmu lo. Tzachot. Is that like rays of light or something? Tzachot.
Yeah, Oros is the light, and Saksakot is the shining or the luster.
Shining. Oh, luster of the light.
I think they use that word to polish your shoes, right?
Yeah.
That's Lashon HaKodesh.
Okay.
And use the Kodesh for your shoes.
Okay.
Very important.
Balamot v'hechalin elyonim shekadmu lo. Hechalin elyonim.
Heichal is
like a temple or something, a sanctuary, or
it's a right. It refers to a specific place in the universe. Okay. Somewhere. Elyonim, Elyonim, the upper ones.
The upper ones, shekadmu lo, that are
that preceded him.
Preceded him. Oh, okay. Preceded man, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
B'chol tavnit hakavod ha'elyon b'seder perkei hamerchava. Okay, and all that was built. The upper honor in the chapter of the Merchava, the chariot, I guess. I wonder if he's talking
right.
Yecheskel.
Right. The simple idea over here, if we could bring it down, is that he's saying that everything that was in the creation, Hashem created, it was already set up. It was already existing by the time that Hashem created Adam Rishon. And so when he created Adam Rishon, it was the last creation in the creation that was Adam Rishon. So what the significance of that is for us is that why was Adam created last? Because now that everything is set up, so now here comes the one who's going to run everything. Here comes the one who's going to determine and direct and influence everything else that preceded him in the creation. And that and why is that so? Because he's the last creation, which implies that he includes in his makeup in his everything that there was that preceded him. And so since he includes, he has this ability to gather in mas koach masef l'kol machanot. The man has the ability to gather in and harness all of the various camps of the creation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was created last. Okay, very good. We'll hold it over here.
Oh,
Yeshikoi to everybody.
yeah.
Right, thank you. We'll see you soon.
Okay. Have a good week, everybody.
Soon, mate.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Thank you, Rabbi.
Mayor,
Okay.
we'll be back soon.